One story from the Gemara. A certain fellow in the Gemara. Why do we start with this? Because this is going to tell you what tshuva is. The Rambam defines what tshuva is, but before we get to the Rambam, we'll tell you a story from the Gemara. And Avodah Zarah. The Gemara says about Rabbi Elazar ben Dodaya. That's his name. From being a sage, from being a scholar, from being a surgeon, to being a rock star. Whatever you want to do in life. Gemara says, Ein hadavar toli. He got smicha. He got ordination. He made it to Lamaba. Bacha Rebbe, the famous sage of Yehuda Nasi, the codifier of the Mishnah, starts to cry. Rebbe says, I had to work my whole life and go level after level after level after level, climb the mountain. And this guy was a bum, was a low character. Whatever you want to say about him, you could say, until he repented. And boom, just like this, he does a 180. He goes from here to here, 180. A perfect 180. How do you do that? So why did Rebbe cry? Does it bother Rebbe that another Jew has a share in the world to come? What does it bother Rebbe for? Why does it bother Rebbe? Shot is, Rebbe realized it doesn't bother Rebbe. Let every Jew, and the Mishnah says also in Sanhedrin, every Jew has a share in the world to come. Rebbe realized over here, Rebbe went level after level, step after step, rung after rung. Rebbe realized, if a person has one serious thought, he can do a 180 just like that. The Rambam says in Ilchis Tshuva, yesterday, this person was Meshuketz, Metuav, he was despised, he was despicable in the eyes of HaKadosh Baruch, in the eyes of God. And all of a sudden he makes up his mind to be a good boy. He didn't even become a good boy yet. He makes up his mind, I'm going to be good. Bingo. We give him the award. He's about tshuva. He wants to be good, he's considered good. And the Rambam, beginning of Ilchis Tshuva, in Perek Beis, chapter 2, the Rambam says, what's complete tshuva? Tshuva, I'm saying it wrong. How do you get 5 beta kappa tshuva? How do you get 8 plus tshuva? What is 8 plus tshuva? Says the Rambam. And what's the example the Rambam uses? The Rambam quotes the Gemara. Aisa Isha, the same woman. Aisa Izman, same time. And Aisa Malkum, same place. If Reuven sinned with a woman, if Reuven wants to know if he did tshuva, the same woman, the same place, the same time, not when he's 99, Rabbi. Say 99, it's not 8 plus tshuva. Maybe we'll give him a pass, but he's not going to get a high pass. Better than nothing. Everything's better than nothing. That's the classic example. That's what we have to realize. Every little bit helps. Just read you one or two lines from the Gemara, from not the Gemara, in a second. So Hashem says, what does God want from a person? From every single person. And he says it over here in Yishlach, he says, Yisayid Avodas Adam. What's the principle? What's the foundation? What's service of man all about? How does a person serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu? Atshuka, the yearning, the striving, the craving. Like that's what a person's got to get to, just to want to get close to God, to get closer, a little bit closer. That's the bottom line. Get a little bit closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Ishtoikikus, Zdapkus. Just get a little bit closer, a little bit better, a little bit. If yesterday you came to Seder at 9 o'clock, today come at 8:59. Hi, what's a minute? A minute is a lot. Just to get a little better, a little closer. And that there's another medrash. The medrash over here. Medrash says, the medrash in Shir Hashirim. Listen good, Rabbi say. The Medrash, it's almost a story without a story, but it's a story. The pasuk says in Shir Hashirim, Yof at vayasi b'tirtza. My beloved, you are beautiful when you want, when you desire, when you crave, when you want. He says over here, I'll read you a few words in the text of the Medrash. Kadat boy, les at shricha vaya. In other words, when you want to do something, when you want to become a better Jew, you don't need any teachers, you don't need any instructors. It comes to you on your own. Avram, the first Yid, he figured out on his own. If a person wants to get close to God, God gives a person enough intervention, and he figures it out. And he says here, one of the commentaries, the Eighth Joseph says, he says, when you desire and want, you know what the Medrash says? You don't have to learn from anybody. You can do it yourself. God helps a person. I don't get the Yiddishkeit. He saw what he saw, he experienced what he experienced. If he wanted to do it, it's Moira how much God helps those that want to get close. Doesn't make a difference where you come from. No difference. Whatever it is. A person wants to get close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he can get close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The Gemara speaks about Reish Lakish. Everybody knows the history of Reish Lakish. Reish Lakish was a thief, a crook, a criminal. Reish Lakish was on the most wanted list. So one day, when Rabbi Yochanan was swimming in the Yarden, and Reish Lakish jumps in, swims in, dives in, doesn't make a difference. Rabbi Yochanan, who was one of the great sages, lived about 400 years. Rabbi Yochanan says to Reish Lakish, listen to a dialogue in the Gemara. The emes, if a person wants to see the emes, you got to learn Jewish sources. What does Rabbi Yochanan tell Reish Lakish? Rabbi Yochanan tells this crook, most wanted man, for the last 10 years. If you want, we can say 15, doesn't make a difference. Chelech lo'iraiso. Your strength is for Torah. You should pursue Torah. You should pursue absolute wisdom. Reish Lakish being a crook, criminal, he says to him, only the Gemara would make such a statement. Your beauty is for women. You tell me my ability is for Torah, so here it is about your beauty is for women. It's mind-boggling what the Gemara says. That's the emes of the Gemara. Straightforward, no holds barred. Whatever Reish Lakish said is in the Gemara. How does Rabbi Yochanan talk to Reish Lakish? If a guy's posing for GQ, you got to talk to him GQ language. Rabbi Yochanan tells him, I have a sister, and she's better looking than me. It's Gemara. Here's what people sit in yeshiva and study day and night. Oh, Reish Lakish says, Rabbi Yochanan tells him one more sentence. He says, Rabbi Yed, if you study Torah, if you study wisdom, if you study God's mind, I'll give you my sister. Okay. Reish Lakish says, okay, I'm in. If there's some girl that looks better than you, maybe it's worth it. I'm sure. Whatever. Reish Lakish did whatever he did before. Reish Lakish wants to swim, wants to jump, like he did before he can. As soon as he accepts the yoke of Torah, he lost some of his abilities. But the Medrash says here, like I explained to you before, you don't need any teachers. And then Reish Lakish takes off. And we don't have all day to teach you the Gemara about Reish Lakish, but that's the bottom line. So eventually Reish Lakish, a criminal, a crook, a thief, he becomes the study partner of Rabbi Yochanan. And whatever, the Gemara is a whole other story, but we'll leave it at that. When you get up to Bab Mitzvah Pei Dalet, You learn it on your own. That's this story. There's another story. There's another medrash. This is medrash with listen to a medrash. It's a medrash in Shir HaShirim. Morning a medrash. It's about today, the season. Piskuli, piskol, kechuta shel machat. I don't know if you people know how to sew. I for sure don't know how to sew. But I know that we got to put the thread, get that. We put it through, it's so small. What does the Medrash say? Piskuli, Pesach, kechuta shel machat. Ani eftach lachem Pesach. Ani eftach lachem Pesach. The caravans, limousines can go through. You just got to make the first move. The whole Yisai of Tshuva is everybody's going to make one little tiny move. Not going to do anything spectacular. Because you say you're going to do something spectacular, it's going to last about a nanosecond. Don't say you're going to do something simple. A person doesn't realize if he makes up his mind from now till Yom Kippur you can't eat, but till Yom Kippur, make up your mind, you're going to make a shakol niyeh b'dvaro. Once a day with kavanah, with intent and fervor. One bracha. I'm not telling you to say every bracha. One bracha. Once when you take a drink of water, when you take a drink of soda, when you take a drink of juice, whatever it is, just say Baruch Ata Hashem and think about what you're saying. Simple, one bracha. You don't realize, a person doesn't realize what one bracha a day, even once a day. Do it every day, maybe a little bit too difficult if a person makes up his mind to make a bracha. Once a day, he's gotten a little bit closer. And if we're already talking about shahakol niyeh b'dvaro, I heard when you say the bracha, I'm sure most people here drink coffee. I'll assume that most people drink coffee. Coffee is bitter. Sugar is sweet. Milk is cold. Water is hot. When you stir it together, shahakol niyeh b'dvaro, everything that happens to a person in his life is from upstairs. All from upstairs. All from upstairs. And every single person, there's no assumptions. The person say, comes Rosh Hashanah, oh, God gave me 50, 60, 70, 80 years. No problem. What do I got to do? You know, I'll take it easy. I'll relax. I'll chill. And by side, just because you made it through 66 years or 67 years, whatever the number is, there's no guarantee, and nobody has a guarantee on the next second. There's no chazakis. Nothing is to be assumed. The season starts, whatever, and how many ever days it is, 16, 17, new season. Doesn't make a difference what you did. Every person's got to go to court. And I'm sure when a person goes to court, he gets the best lawyer. Yada, 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 yada. On Rosh Hashanah night, 2 weeks from Sunday night, you go one-on-one with the boss. He says, Rabbi Yehuda, let's check your resume. Let's see how good you did. Do you deserve more? Do you deserve more life? Do you deserve more health? Do you deserve more wealth? Do you deserve more whatever you're asking for? Do you deserve, check the resume. Shopping, yeah, well, everybody has a shopping list. I'm saying about God checking the resume. God don't got a shopping list. He just wants us to shop properly. But Al Kapanim, that's what a person has to understand. You go with God one-on-one. There's a Mordechai Gemara. Before we get to the Gemara, we'll read you one Rabbi Yerucham. Rabbi Yerucham says, a Mordechai Gezach. What does he say? No, I just walked into yeshiva today. What do you want from me? These guys are learning 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. They learn the whole life. How do I compare? How do I rate? What's my rating? There's always ratings. Everything is rated. Whatever you do, it's rated. This, that, the other thing. Listen to Rabbi Yerucham. Rabbi Yerucham says in Parashas Bamidbar. Listen to what he says. Yitachen ki ish Amoretz. Yerucham uses these words, so we have to tell you what he says. An ignorant fella. A person before he started to learn Torah. He didn't learn. Whatever, he lived in Wisconsin, wherever he lived, Oklahoma, not that I know where it is, Nebraska, Dakota, I don't even know where these places are, but over there. Nowhere near New York, that's all I know. But out the Midwest, on the way to La La Land, to Los Angeles. But anyway, on Amoretz, before he started to learn, he could be on a higher level than a person that's been learning Torah his whole life. So Yerucham says, here's Talmud Chacham, V'gam Gadol. Why? How will he rate? How will a person that just walked into yeshiva today, came from Oklahoma, walked into yeshiva, doesn't know what yeshiva is? How's he going to rate? If he wants it more, he's hungrier than the person that's been learning for 20, 30, 50 years. He's higher than him. He says, Rabbi Yerucham, not me. Rabbi Yerucham was the Mashgiach in the Mir in the 1930s. So you do the arithmetic how many years ago that was. Uncle Planem. It's my ridic. All Hashem wants is a person to make up his mind. The pasuk says.
That's another shot.
Okay, good. Yeah, very good. Rabbeinu Yoina says, Mordik in Shari Tshuva, Shar Beis Ois Yud. It says over there by the Korban Pesach. As soon as they accepted b'machshavtai, as soon as a person made up his mind he's going to bring the korban, the Gomer Alav, he knows, he puts it into his heart. He says he already has a merit as if he did it. He didn't do it yet. He's going to do it in a few days. You had to check the behemah before you brought up the Pesach sacrifice. You got to make up your mind. How do I know that? Says Rabbeinu Yoina, because the verse says in Shmais. Vayelchu vayasu. Afraid. Did they act immediately? They didn't do it yet. Until the 14th of the month. Listen to what he says here. Because they accepted it, as if they did it. All Hashem wants from a person is to make up your mind. It's all he wants. There's a murder in Gemara Brachas. Listen to a Gemara Brachas. That's the life was there. Listen to a Gemara Brachas. Murder in Gemara. Rav Huna. Never heard anybody mention this Gemara. I mean, it's a Gemara, but nobody talks about this Gemara. So I'll take the liberty to talk about this Gemara. Brachas Davei. Rav Huna, Akifalei Abba Me'adina D'Chamra. Rav Huna, 400 barrels of wine turned to vinegar. He went to Rav Yehuda, he went to the house of study, the sages. What did he tell him? He said, look what happened to me. I lost 400 barrels of vinegar, 400 barrels of wine turned to vinegar. You know what the rabbis told him? Big sage, leading sage. We tell you all the time when you speak about one of the sages in the Gemara, the smallest sage in the Gemara could revive the dead. Simple. It doesn't have to be explained. It's just explained. He revived the dead. So they said to him, check your ways. It's not an accident in Yiddishkeit, in Judaism, in Jewish thought. Things don't just happen. There's no accidents. It just happens. It doesn't just happen. Check your ways. And 400 barrels turned sour. You did something wrong. It's your job to figure it out. It's not God randomly picked you You should lose 400 barrels of wine to vinegar. The sage answers back. What is the answer back? Rav Huna says, am I suspect in your eyes that I did something wrong? Don't worry, the rabbis are going to answer him back in a second. That's what he said. Am I suspect in your eyes I did something wrong? You know what they answered him? Listen to the genius of the Gemara. They answered him back. Is God suspect in your eyes that he did justice when you don't deserve justice? Answer him right back. Punch for punch. But then the Gemara goes on. Whatever the story is, we'll leave the middle part of the story alone. But the bottom line is, the Gemara says 1 or 2 lines later, what is it? He makes up his mind. The Gemara. It doesn't make a difference what he did wrong. Paid his workers, didn't pay his workers, they left early. They came late. Leave that alone for now. He made up his mind that even if he didn't pay the people he was supposed to pay, because they left work early or they came to work late, whatever. He made up his mind, he's going to pay them. He owes them money. He didn't pay them. I'm paying you guys. The Gemara says, listen to what happens to this vinegar. There's a machlokes in the Gemara what happened to the vinegar. One bottom. He made up his mind to pay. Maybe he didn't have his checkbook on him. Maybe he didn't have cash on him. Whatever. He didn't pay him. He made up his mind. He was makabel on himself. He was willing to pay him. Well, listen how God runs the world, Rabbi, and every person could see this in his everyday life. Either the vinegar turned back to wine, or vinegar sold for the price of wine. You look up the commentaries, they'll tell you which one's a bigger miracle. Vinegar selling for the price of wine, or the other miracle that doesn't make you what's a bigger miracle right now. But the point being over here, as soon as he made up his mind, unbelievable, he didn't do it yet. The whole side of tshuva is that a person has to make up his mind. Once you make up your mind, HaKadosh Baruch Hu helps you beyond your wildest dreams. It's everybody. It's in anything you do. Make up your mind. Hashem wants you to Hashem wants you to take one step forward. One step forward, you're good. With the intention of keep on going. Don't just take one step on Monday and go back to your old ways on Tuesday. Keep going. Keep going. That's the whole Avodas Hashem. Service of God is keep on growing. Keep on going, keep on trucking, keep on wanting to grow. However you want to define terms. And that's what a person has to realize. And more than that, there's a Mishnah. Mishnah says in Pirkei Avos. That's what he says here. Mishnah, I will tell you another Rabbeinu Yaina. Rabbeinu Yaina says, the Mishnah says, ethics of our fathers, Pirkei Avos. What does the Mishnah say? Zayma Aimer, Ezu Chacham, Halai made Mikal Adam. Who's a wise man? Somebody learns from everybody. All types of people. Listen to Rabbeinu, I'm quoting from Rabbeinu Yain on the Mishnah. Hamu Chachmei Umos, the smart peoples of the world said, Hayodeh Kol HaChachmas. Person has all the wisdom. He's a walking encyclopedia. If he doesn't like wisdom, he's not a wise man, he's not a sage, he's not a scholar, Latibeh. He's a bum. He's an idiot. Because he doesn't like wisdom. The Torah, wisdom demands that you like wisdom to be considered a sage. That's the bottom line. And he says more than that. If you love wisdom, and you don't have wisdom yet, Af al pi she'enoi yodea klum. He knows nothing. He doesn't know aleph beis. Harei nikra chacham. He's called a sage. He's called a scholar. He's called wise. He's called smart. Why? Because he's going to get there. Chalko pana tasid. He's going to reach it. He's going to reach it. That's what HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants. He wants you to have your head and heart Head and heart are two different people. We'll leave that alone for now. Just because the head knows doesn't mean the heart's going to do. Put that in brackets. But the bottom line is Hashem wants a person to have a yearning, to have a craving. And based on your yearning and craving, based on how badly you want. Of course, you can't say, God, I want to come to Shacharis tomorrow morning at 7:30, and wake up at 10 o'clock. Forget about it. You're X'd off the board. If you come 7 at 7:30, you made up your mind. You're going to start, you're going to turn over a new leaf tomorrow. Come like you said you're going to come. You made up your mind. You're going to do tshuva. Don't do tshuva tomorrow. The diet you could leave for tomorrow. Tshuva you got to do today, not tomorrow. Diet is for tomorrow. Everybody tells me they're going to start a diet after Shabbos. Okay. They don't tell me which Shabbos they mean though. But Al Kapam, that's what a person has to realize. That's what a person has to learn. That's what a person has to learn. And that's all you say that anybody can do tshuva. Even Rabbi Elazar ben Dadayu. And that's a classic example of tshuva.
In the end, he didn't learn the extra.
What?
He died.
What?
He said, because in the end he will learn. Here he didn't learn, he died.
He died, he went straight up. He got smicha. I want you to show me one of the bums on Jaffa George Ben Judah, locally in Jerusalem. I'm not talking about, I don't want to mention any streets in the holy Brooklyn. I'm talking nothing. It was called Rebbe. Why did Rebbe cry? Rebbe cried because he only did 1/4. Rebbe had to work his whole life. He had to be in the gym till he won the gold medal, Rebbe. Just got boom. Picks up the weight, he's a superstar, Rebbe. He's much better. You want to get a PhD, we're going to school 4 years undergrad, 2 years master's, 6 years PhD. Then you got to write. Then you got to go before a board. Somebody gives you a PhD, you save 10 years of your life. Everybody wants it that way. If you got anybody giving out PhDs, I'll sign up. No school? I did enough school. I'm in school a long time. Who's going to be a
He
PhD?
didn't end up learning.
He didn't have to learn. No, he learned what you could do. The most important thing to know, he learned from that tomorrow, is what one serious thought is. Olam Haba! How many years did Rebbe have to work till he got Olam Haba? Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai is worried. There's 2 roads. Frost, right? The road not taken. Since you're a literary expert. Al Kapanim. He doesn't know where he's going, right? Here it is. Why did he cry when he saw his Talmidim? He cried when he saw his Talmidim because if he could make his Talmidim bigger. And he didn't make them big, he's going to Hot Springs. To the other place. Anyway, everybody say thank you for listening. Hashem should write everybody in the book of life. We should be safe, we should have the merit to get closer and closer and closer.
Yeah.
You know,